Hi guys, life lesson for today. What do you believe in? Let's say something that most people are reluctant to say out loud. You were told that the entire universe, every planet, every galaxy, every law of physics began as something smaller than a pinhead. All matter, all energy, all space, all time, compressed into a single point, and then it exploded. That's the explanation most people accept today. Now pause for a moment. Think about that calmly and rationally. Because what you're really being asked to accept is that everything in existence came from an unimaginably tiny point, with no clear explanation of what caused it, what existed before it, or why the laws governing it were already there. And yet when someone says, "I believe God created the universe," or "I believe in the resurrection of Jesus," those ideas are often dismissed immediately as irrational. But here's something interesting. When you look at what the Bible actually says about the beginning, it doesn't try to explain what happened before God. It simply starts with a statement, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Notice the assumption, God is already there. The Bible doesn't describe God beginning because God is described as eternal. Another passage says, "Before the mountains were born, or you brought forth the whole world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God." In other words, God didn't start, God simply is. Time itself begins when creation begins. And that leads to something fascinating. Modern physics is now saying something remarkably similar. Physicists increasingly believe that time itself began with the beginning of the universe. Before that moment, time as we understand it didn't exist. Which means asking what happened before the beginning of the universe may actually be the wrong question, because there may have been no before. Time started when the universe started. And if time itself began at creation, then the creator of the universe would logically exist outside of time, which is exactly how the Bible has described God for thousands of years. Not bound by time, not created, not beginning, existing beyond it. Whichever position you believe, both positions require belief. Both positions require a leap of faith. The difference is, one is labelled science so it feels safe, modern and intelligent. The other is labelled faith so it feels outdated, naive, unsophisticated. But think carefully. Science changes. Scientific consensus changes. What was certain 100 years ago is often wrong today. Faith, on the other hand, has anchored civilizations, morality, purpose, identity and meaning for thousands of years. Now, I'm not attacking science. Science is powerful. It explains how things work. But it does not answer, why are you here? Why does anything exist at all? Why do you feel that pull towards purpose? And this is where men, in particular in midlife, hit a wall. They've built careers, earned money, ticked the boxes, but the question underneath it all is still there. What is this actually about? You won't find that answer in physics. You won't find it in data. You won't find it in another promotion. You find it when you accept that you are not self-created, that meaning is not random, that existence is not accidental. And here's the lesson. You already live by faith. You have faith the system works, faith the economy will hold, faith the numbers make sense. So the real question isn't whether you live by faith, it's where you place that faith. Is it more rational to believe that everything came from nothing, or that there was always something? You decide. But don't pretend one position requires belief and the other doesn't, because that would be intellectually dishonest. Both positions require a lot of belief. And if you're seeking answers about your life, your direction and your purpose, you will never find them without faith in something bigger than yourself. That's where clarity begins. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.